Good morning. I figured I'd give you a little bit of a garden tour because I am gonna pull some stuff today. It's pretty hot, so I won't be very long out here in the garden. These are some of my experimental stuff. So this is one of Dad's pumpkins. So hopefully it'll start producing some flowers soon. This was Dad's Kentucky Wonder. Yes, it is in the weeds, but it is protected by my little fencing. And then this is my loofah, and it's already shot off a vine to start creeping along, so that's exciting. And then over here, well, I'm gonna be pulling weeds for part of this garden tour. This is, well, this was all edible when I was a kid, and it probably still is. I just no longer have the desire to eat these things. Look how cute the little yellow flower is. My chickens will love it. And I'll be pulling some sage. That's sage. And this being choked out is thyme. This that is starting to come in, that is fern-like, is the dill. There's another one of those. And then, I don't know what that weed is. This is oregano. And that's lavender, and the pretty pastel-y, frosty looking leaf colors. So that's lavender, and it's already flowered. I just hope it expands and grows into this gorgeous bush. Still got dill growing in here. And then my rosemary. My more rosemary's suffered this year, so it has not done well in this area. And I lost my other rosemary plant. We talked about that yesterday. But, yeah. So that's that. And then my asparagus forest is also weedy. And then these guys, they're still flowering. Flowers I got from a farmer's market. I am going to repot them today into the carrot container. But when I get there, we'll talk about the carrot container. Okay, so my blueberry bush is creating new stems, so good job, blueberry bushes. I do have blooming, which I'm a little disappointed in, I'm not gonna lie. This is called calendula, and this particular pretty white flower was, or is called Snow Princess. If you'd saw the pictures from what made me buy it, you'd be disappointed too. So, I don't know. This is my sunflowers. So this whole half of the garden was planted probably a month ago. My sunflowers are doing good as far as getting their height on. This is a sugar baby pumpkin. And then this, which I see more chicken food today. About to get that. This is hollyhock, and it's about to start blooming. Looks, well, it's just pollen on it, or a bug. Maybe a bug. Maybe it will have yellow flowers on it, I'm not sure. I got dill that is on its way out. It's about to seed itself, so it's kind of hard to see because now it's got cowpeas growing into it, which that's okay because I got new dill coming up. It's how I like to grow. I like to have succession plants. I'm going to be harvesting that zucchini here in a few minutes. And then just to span out and show you how lovely my zinnias are. Look at that gorgeous thing right there. Gorgeous. And then this. So this is a double. I think my sister called it a double bloom. This is a single bloom. This one's orange, but it's on its way out. But this one's on its way in. So they're very pretty. This one's on its way out. This one's on its way in. Love it. Love it, love it. I've got some volunteer tomatoes in here that I cannot identify. They look like cherry tomatoes. However, they could be a cross-pollination variety from last year because I had Romas, I had San Mazzaros. I had yellow pears. So it could be a cross, and it just looks like part of the other varieties I had. Okay. I got a yellow squash that I'm gonna be pulling today. That, my friend, is dinner right there. And got a big beautiful bloom right there. And I hope it gets pollinated. So again with the cowpeas, and now I'm over by the carrots. I thinned out the carrots the other day, and I can kind of see. I mean, I really thinned these out, so I can kind of see how big they are now. And some of them are still really, really little. Let's see if I can focus in on that one. Yeah, it's not gonna focus. Okay. So, I don't know. They're past their due date, if that makes sense. So I may just go ahead and pull them today and then repot them. I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. And repot them with the flowers that are over there. And that way I'll have something growing in this pot, and weeds won't take over, and it'll still be lovely. And when those flowers die off, then what I'll do is put some new compost from my chickens into this flower pot and start my carrots, my fall carrots here shortly. It may be a month before I start the fall carrots because it's still too hot. So, all right. Okra, this is my second round of okra coming on. They're still little. And this is the carrots that you gave me that I planted in here back when it was a little cooler. So they should be okay. They should be okay. The carrots that I read the package on a little while ago said that the temperature needed to be no higher than 75. So I'm gonna wait on that variety. It was a free package, so I'm waiting on that variety. Gonna give them a try. There should have been some brassicas in here, but it looks like the brassicas are being chewed up. So maybe no brassicas for me. There is weeds in this, lots and lots of weeds. So yeah. There was also flower seeds in this, but I don't see them either. So you win some, you lose some. Okay, back to over here. Calendulas. Oops, thought I had it turned around. This is called Orange King, and he is beautiful. Orange King, and he's already bloomed once, but he's about to bloom again and again. So very pretty. My tomato plants growing tall. Looks like they're gonna be yellow pear. I'm gonna have so many yellow pears. This one also looks like it's gonna be yellow pear. Kind of hard to tell, but yeah. So not cool with all the yellow pears. Not happy about that, but that is a round one. Not sure what that one's gonna be. That's exciting. These are calendulas also, and this was called the porcupine mix. So notice that the petals are kind of pokey. They're pretty, very pretty. Purple basil. So I saw, this is a sunflower too. That was, the sunflower was part of my, holy crap, all my chickens ate my sunflowers. I gotta keep planting, so I just kept planting them. So my sunflowers are coming in at different heights, and I'm okay with that. Basil, I saw on YouTube the other day that this lady came in and she took her basil and took it in and washed it off. And I'm gonna do it today. And she brewed hot water, poured it over the basil, and made basil tea. And of course she used honey from her farm to sweeten it, and I'm totally doing that, which I've been doing that here lately with my own regular tea, but I'm making basil tea. That's happening today. Okay. So tomatoes, mystery tomato, don't know what it is yet. More wild sunflowers that I'm probably just pull because they're not with everybody else. Basil, that will get pulled today. Well, not pulled, but harvested today. Cucumbers. My cucumbers are growing wild. I'm just gonna step back and scan the cucumbers here. So cucumbers go all the way along the fence, creep along the ground, and then I've got a few more plants over there that just expanded. This is my okra. My okra also being attacked by Japanese beetles, so I will be tossing them to the chickens today. They'll be part of the harvest. So everybody gets fed today. Yeah, so that's the okra. Back over here, I got tomatoes being choked by cucumbers, which is very unfortunate, but it happens. It happens. Look at it. Got a curly dill pickle. They need water bad. They're in bad need of some water. So I'm looking to see if there's any good ones in here. They're getting some yellowing. Bugs, maybe sun scorch. Oh, there's a bee. Bee doing its job up in there. Oh, there it is. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it or not. All right, pumpkins. I have pumpkins in this pot, and they are expanding, so that's very exciting. Morning glories in all their glory, being pollinated. Here's a cucumber. We will go ahead and pop this one off while I see it. So got that. Morning glories and cucumbers. I think they do very well together. I'm pretty happy with how they look. Oh, here, let me show you the flower. Look at this gorgeous thing on the okra. Is that not gorgeous? Okay. Then Nostrium. This will be in my garden every year. This is my first time growing Nostrium. They're so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And edible. The entire plant is edible. So, very cool. They have taken over the front since I don't have anything up here to keep them controlled, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Look at it. Here's the orange ones. They're so pretty. Orange flowers. These are Kentucky Wonder beans. Waiting on them green beans to come in. More of the yellow pears. I'm gonna have to come up with recipes just for yellow pear because they're out of control. And they are every year. And then this hot mess is my peppers, which, well, honestly, I guess at this point I should have just gave up, but it's okay. I came through last week and cut the top, pinched the top off of them. And when you pinch the tops off of them, they get bushy. And that's exactly what I wanted them to do. So they're starting to get bushy. I pinched the top off of that one. But yeah, it's slow to get bushy. It's starting to flop over with how long the leaves are. So this is the jalapeno section right here. These are jalapenos. Those are pepperoncinis. Those are Cali Wonders. Those are poblanos. Yeah. If they manage to actually produce a fruit before frost, I will be surprised. So, bad luck with peppers this year. Just showing you how beautiful okra can be. If you don't like okra, grow it just for the fact that they have beautiful flowers. Goodness, look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, well, I think that is going to be it. I am cooking, I'm burning up, and so yeah, I got a lot going on. I got some harvest to do before it gets too hot for me to be out here, and it's shaded right now, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. I am gonna creep down here and show you my other chore today, which is clean up the coop. I'll be, I'm gonna use the word harvest again, harvesting all that beautiful chicken dirt, because I'm gonna turn that into compost. I can turn that into compost in 18 days. Just scoop it out, put it in a box with some yard cuttings, clippings, weeds, whatever. And I turn it every other day and it becomes mulch. And so I've walked around to the back. This is my tomatoes that are a little late, but that's okay. I'm gonna give them a chance. And so this one is Mortgage Lifter, named after, it's not big yet. No, that one's getting big. Named after a guy who grew them many, many years ago. And when I say many, like hundreds of years ago, he grew them and sold them and paid off his mortgage. So they're called Mortgage Lifters. This is Big Bertha. We have named her. She is the biggest tomato plant. But come to find out, Big Bertha is a yellow pear. I would almost call a yellow pear a weed. And then this one, vibrant green leaves with, I mean, just weird curly leaves. Dying to find out what this guy is going to be. And then more tomato plants over here. This one's getting wilty. Not enjoying this heat at all. This one also is a yellow sun gold, also wilty looking. I don't think they're gonna do very well today in this heat. This right here is a volunteer. And again, with the volunteer, don't really know what kind it is. It looks like a grape. It's got real dense fruit because I've already pulled some. Real dense, like aroma. So it's probably a crossbreed or a parent of one of those plants of the aroma, or maybe one of my other hybrids that I grew, because that's a volunteer, which means my chickens probably pooped it out over here. Okay, next row of tomatoes. There they are. At this point, I'm not gonna name them all. I don't have the capacity to deal with the heat. I do know that's a Mortgage Lifter. That's a Mortgage Lifter. I think that one's a Mortgage Lifter. This one's been relocated. See the yellowing leaves? It did not like being near the walnut. So it's been relocated away from the walnut. These are Everglades cherry tomatoes. I bought them off of a YouTuber's Etsy site. His daughter had them on there, and so I'm super excited to try these Everglade tomatoes. Hey, look at that bug. Oh, it flew away. Okay. These are, I can already tell, these are Black Krim. No idea what that one is. I know they say this is Black Krim, but you don't see the color on it yet. I can tell because of the way it's shaded that it will be a Black Krim. There's a couple other tomatoes that are a little behind. I believe this is also a Black Krim. I'm gonna have a lot of tasty tomatoes this year. No idea what these guys are. Look, this one is outgrowing, it's trellising. I'm gonna have to tuck it up and under. Okay, don't bend, don't break. Okay, so my trellising system got some additional stakes the other day to kind of hold the line, literally hold the line, because these guys are really, you know, they're growing, but they're also wilty and falling over the lines. They're having a hard time in this heat. So, yeah. Mortgage Lifter probably is what this one is, I'm guessing. I planted most of my giant tomatoes along the fence wall, and there's some more. These are just, I had no other place to put them, so I just stuck them there. So I will be rigging up a line that will go along this way. I had to cage that one because it was outgrowing everybody else. And then there's another one with a bamboo stake, or not a bamboo stake, a stake that I had to buy, because all of the bamboo stakes at lows were gone. So yeah, this is my trellising system for this year. Giving this a try. I'm gonna span out and look at them. And the things in pots that are not doing very well, I suck at pots. So pots are artichokes. Doing artichokes different next year as well. It's my first year with artichokes, so didn't quite know what to expect, and now I know what to expect. So that'll be changing. All right, I was gonna end the garden tour, but might as well just do the rest of it. So over here are my black raspberries. They have already fruited, and now they're doing what is how they keep going. And this is the back side. It's got thorns, so I have to be careful with it. But they're reaching out, looking for spaces to take root and expand. And so if I feel up to working in the shade today, look at all that mess. If I can handle the shade, I'll probably come out here and attempt to propagate those. I was trying to propagate one wild one down here. I am sweating buckets. But it's not working. And basically propagating means you put a pot underneath it with dirt and hope that the feet catch the dirt and take off. Oh, look at this. So here, it's missing the pot, and every time I put it in the pot, it's not happy with it. It falls out. I just had a bee warn me that I was too close. So here's the beehives. And I will try to get a little closer, but they're already telling me you're too close. So, and by that, I mean, I heard it swarm in my head. So here they are. I'm gonna talk a little softer. They're busy. Ooh, I had another one swarm my head. Okay, I gotta go. They're not happy about it. I'm walking away. So during the hot summer months when flowers are not producing nectar, and I don't mean pollen, nectar. Nectar is important. When they are not producing nectar, the bees get aggravated. And if you just walk by, they start warning you you're too close, or they will actually sting you. So I'm not gonna take the chance today. But yeah, here's my blackberries. Blackberries are not doing well at all over here, so I'm a little sad about it. But I've seen my mom's blackberries. Her blackberries are directly in the sun. Mine are in the shade because I thought, oh, they'll be fine. Blackberries grow in forests. Apparently not these blackberries. They will probably have to be relocated. So we'll see. And then these are raspberries. Raspberries already bloomed and produced fruit, and they were delicious. And they will be trellised this fall. I'm not gonna do it now. They don't necessarily need it now. They're not they're starting to reach, but they're not reaching out and taking over space. So, but I will be building trellises this fall for them for next year. So that is pretty much the garden tour at this point, and everything I've got going on today. So that is me. Have a good day.